Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going through my February budget. It's crazy that February went by so quickly, but since it is a shorter month, I guess that kind of makes sense. But there was a lot of stuff that went on this month. I'm excited to share with you all, and I don't want to drag this on too long, but if you have not already, please subscribe to this channel. It would really help me out a lot. I'm trying to get to 1,000 as soon as I can. And like this video to let me know that you want to see more content like this. And comment down below if you have any questions or comments. I love to chat with all of you guys in the comments, so I will see you guys there. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. Okay, so in the past, what I did for the January budget video was I shared with you my iPad, which is where I write down all of my transactions. And yes, I am still using that method, but I feel like this would be an easier way for me to share with you guys what I spend and what comes in and out of my account. So I think I'm going to do it this way this time. So let me know if you prefer it this way or if you want me to go back to the previous method. Either way. But basically, I used this last year when I made these videos as well through Bank of America, or like any bank company that I've seen at least. You can add all of your accounts from all different banks and credit cards and things like that, and it'll break down for you all the transactions from all of those accounts, and then you can categorize them and it'll auto categorize. So it just really makes things easier, so you really don't have to do too much. So if you're looking for a way to keep track of your spending, I highly recommend this method. It's worked very well for me, and I just think that it could work well for basically anyone because it is not too time intensive to take a look at. So first I'm going to go through all of the expenses that I had for the month, and then I'm going to go through all of the income. So to start, I'm just going to go from largest to smallest. So the largest thing that I spent my money on this month was a new car. I know I mentioned previously that I was saving for a new car, so that's not really news, but I did decide to purchase last week because I made an arrangement with my dealer for them to basically finish off the last couple months on my current lease and to buy it outright from me so that I don't have to pay any of the lease turn-in fees or any of that. I don't want to go into it too much since I'm going to do a separate video on it, but basically, if you're curious what type of car I got, it's the one that was in my How to Budget for 2021 video. I included it in my vision board that I showed you on my iPad, so if you're interested to see, you can just click on that video and it'll let you know, or if you are following me on Instagram, then you already know. I'm going to do a separate video on that, but basically, let's see, so for automotive expenses, I spent a total of $5,239 this month. So $5,000 of that was for the down payment for the car, and then the other $239 was for, at the beginning of the month, I paid my normal lease payment, which is $239. So I guess that was also my last lease payment that I have to deal with. That accounted for 69% of my spending for the month. The next category is mortgages. That was 13% of my expenses. That came out to $935.32 as usual. That just pays for my mortgage, obviously. Next is education. So this one I wasn't sure if I wanted to include because I am going to get reimbursed for this. However, I still haven't gotten the reimbursement. I probably will next week. So I'm just going to include it here anyways. But for education, I spent $422. $389 of that was for a insurance licensing class that I had to take because in order to take that exam, you need a certain number of credit hours. So that class was $389 and then $33 for the actual exam fee. Yeah, I took the exam last week and I passed, which is exciting. So that will be reimbursed fully. That was 6% of my spending. And then utilities were 4%. It was slightly higher than normal because I had to pay for my gas, which was $106.73. That was the total for the downstairs where me and my boyfriend live, so he does pay for half of that, but I'm going to include that in the income portion. But the total for the gas was $106.73, which again is pretty high because it is winter time and the heater is running constantly. I also spent $47.65 on the electric for down here, and then I paid the upstairs tenant's electric bill, which was $55.66. So that came out to a total of $269.94. I also had to pay for the user fee, which is something that my city does. It basically just pays for the garbage and recycling fee for each week when the garbage and recycling people come. You have to pay that quarterly, so that was the $59.90 there. So then the total was $269.94, which was 4% of my expenses. Okay, next was groceries. That was 3% of my expenses. I spent $32.94 at Aldi's, $132.66 at Trader Joe's, and then again at Trader Joe's I spent $67.15. So that was $232.75. Next one is loans. Basically, this is just my student loans. Each month I pay $100 towards one of them. Now soon I'm going to be able to pay much more than that, but at the moment I'm paying $100 a month, so $100 went into that. For general merchandise, I spent $32.55 at Target. I'm trying to think what I bought there. I remember I had to buy a couple avocados, but that was like $3. Oh, I bought gift cards. I bought two $15 gift cards and then the avocados for my coworkers because they had birthdays this month. So I just got them that. I really am not a fan of going to Target. It's just the ones that are near me are so busy all the time and they're just really big, and I'm just like not one of those Target people. A lot of people really love Target and they love to just shop and walk around there all day, but I am really not that sort of person. So I try to go there as little as possible, or just, I guess, shopping in general I don't love unless I'm going there for a specific thing. I'm not really one to aimlessly wander so much, because when you do that you just end up spending more money than you intended on. So yeah, that was the side track there. Okay, restaurants and dining. I spent $81.92. $47.19. We got Indian food. I feel like I get Indian food all the time. And then I got Mediterranean food from this sort of like a fast food. There's like a couple of chains, but they're all in this area, so it's pretty local. But I spent $34.73 there. That place is so good. It's basically like Chipotle, but with Mediterranean food. So you get like lamb and, all sorts of good, yummy toppings over rice. Let's see, for healthcare and medical, $63.55 was sent to my dentist office. Again, that's another recurring monthly charge that I pay for my Invisalign, and that's not so bad. I don't include my actual health insurance. I'm not on my parents' insurance or anything. I'm on my own, but I do it through work and it just gets taken out of my paycheck, so I don't really include that in these. But if you're curious, I think I spend around $30 a month on my insurance, which I know is super cheap. Yeah, and then I think my dental insurance is $20 a month, something like that. But yeah, that just gets taken from my paycheck, so I don't really talk about that. Or my 401k contributions, I don't talk about either, since that's just taken out. But if you're curious about that, I put in 5%, and my company matches the whole 5%, and I put it into a Roth 401k, and then the match goes into a traditional. Okay, for home maintenance, I spent $61.28 at Amazon. What did I buy? I don't remember what this is, honestly. Oh, I remember. Okay, so I had a gift card for, I think like $30, and then the rest of it went on my credit card. This is not home maintenance, so I'm sorry, that's in the wrong category here, but I bought this large set of colored pencils, and I've been eyeing these pencils for like years now, and I love them. They're just like the Prismacolor color pencils in case you are interested. But I got the 150 set, which I think is the entire set, and normally those things go for like $300. So when I was a kid, I could not afford that, obviously, so I never bought it. But it was only like $80 on Amazon, so I decided to just buy it because I really don't spend too much money on myself, like just on things. You might beg to differ seeing my spending, but at least in my view, I feel like I don't really spend too much on myself. So I decided to do that as just something to calm me down. If you saw my last vlog, I mentioned that I wanted to get back into drawing a little bit, so that was kind of the step I took to get there. Yeah, so that was my Amazon purchase. I spent $54.99 on my Spectrum internet. Okay, electronics is my next category. I spent $2.99 on my iCloud membership. I think I have the 200 gigabyte one because I kept getting that thing on my phone where it said that I was out of data and all this. It was just getting really annoying. So for $3 a month, I thought it was worth it. Just pay. And then I had the Apple Fitness Plus membership, the trial, and I just completely forgot to cancel it. So it charged me $9.99 for February. I did cancel it now though, so we will be done with that. So that was just a pure accident. Normally I'm better about those things, but that one just kind of slipped. And then 95 cents on an Easy Pass transaction. I don't remember. Oh, I think it's because I went over like certain bridges here. You have to pay like $1 or $2, so that was just from one of those. And yeah, that looks like everything here. So that was all of my spending for the month. The total is $7,539.18, which is much more than I normally spend, but as you can see, 70% of that was from automotive expenses alone, so that is why. So now, this side is more fun, I think. This is the income analysis. So, for paychecks this month, I made $3,079.17. I got a slight bonus on the second paycheck, so that's why I'm slightly higher than normal. For other income, okay, let me see. Other income, I made $1,175, and by other income, that just means my rental income. So the $800 that I get from my tenants upstairs, plus $375 from my boyfriend who lives with me down here, just to help cover, I guess, our living expenses, and like his half of the utilities and all that. And then my investment income. See, this is new because on my iPad I don't keep track of this because it's usually very small and I just don't pay attention. But I made $1.34 on my investments, just a couple little dividends there. I don't know what the rules are, if I'm allowed to share what my investments are or if I have to keep that to myself because I'm a registered representative. So I have to really look into that. If anyone knows, please let me know. But I'm not going to share that for now because I just don't know. That was the spending for February. Yeah, the only exciting thing was, I guess, buying the car. Other than that, it was not too exciting. If you had any questions, please just let me know. I'm sorry it's been a couple of weeks since I last posted. I just really needed a little bit of a break. I feel like I'm being a little overworked sometimes, just with my actual job, plus I had to study after work as well for that exam. But now that that's over, I feel like I can go back to doing this more regularly, so thank you for your patience. I'm excited to do more vlog content as well, because that's always fun for me. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!